Welcome to Ireland. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ireland, isn't that just a small island full of sheep and Guinness? While we do have a soft spot for both, Ireland is so much more than that. We've got history, scenery that'll take your breath away, and enough charm to make you want to pack your bags and move here. Over the next little while, we're going to take you on a whirlwind tour of the Emerald Isle. We're talking dramatic cliffs, ancient castles, cobbled streets, and maybe even a pint or two of the black stuff along the way. So buckle up, sit back, and get ready to fall in love with Ireland. You might even learn a few words of Gaelic along the way. You can't talk about Ireland without mentioning the cliffs of Moher. Standing at a dizzying 702 feet above the Atlantic Ocean, these cliffs will take your breath away. On a clear day, you can see all the way to the Aran Islands and the Galway Bay. It's enough to make you want to burst into a chorus of "Danny boy," even if you don't know the words. Just be careful not to get too close to the edge. Next up, we're heading north to County Antrim to visit the Giant's Causeway. The causeway is made up of over 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, all perfectly hexagonal in shape. You can walk on them, take photos on them, and even try to count them all, though I wouldn't recommend it. Just be careful not to fall asleep on them, or you might wake up to find yourself being used as a climbing frame by a group of excited schoolchildren. Either way, it's pretty darn impressive. Now get ready for a road trip, because we're heading to the southwest of Ireland to drive the Ring of Kerry. This scenic route is like a greatest hits compilation of Irish beauty, mountains, lakes, coastlines, you name it, the Ring of Kerry's got it. Make sure to stop off at Ladies View for a panoramic vista that's so beautiful it'll bring a tear to your eye. And if you're feeling peckish, be sure to stop off at one of the many pubs along the way for a hearty Irish stew and a pint of Guinness, because, well, you're on holiday. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're going on an adventure to Skellig Michael, a rugged island off the coast of County Kerry. Back in the 6th century, a group of hardy monks decided to escape the hustle and bustle of life on the mainland and set up shop on this remote island. They built stone beehive huts that cling to the cliff face, creating a scene that's both awe-inspiring and a little bit terrifying. And if you're a Star Wars fan, you might recognize Skellig Michael from a little film called The Force Awakens. Just be warned, getting to Skellig Michael is not for the faint of heart, but the views and the history are well worth the effort. Next, we're off to Connemara, a region in County Galway that's as wild and rugged as a pint of Guinness after a rugby match. This is a place where the mountains meet the sea, where the air is fresh, and where the only crowds you'll find are herds of sheep. Hike through the 12 Bens mountain range, explore the haunting beauty of Kylemore Abbey, or simply lose yourself in the vastness of the landscape. Connemara is a place to escape the modern world and reconnect with nature. Right, it's time to put on our thinking caps and head to Dublin. No trip to Dublin would be complete without a visit to Trinity College, Ireland's oldest and most prestigious university. Founded in 1592 by Queen Elizabeth I, Trinity College has been the stomping ground for some of Ireland's greatest minds, including Oscar Wilde, Samuel Beckett, and Bram Stoker. But the real treasure of Trinity College lies within the hallowed halls of its old library, the Book of Kells. This illuminated manuscript, dating back to the 9th century, is a masterpiece of calligraphy and artistry. Now, who fancies a bit of a smooch? Don't worry, I'm not coming on to you. I'm talking about the Blarney Stone, of course, located at Blarney Castle, just outside of Cork City. This legendary stone is said to bestow the gift of the gab upon all who kiss it. Now, kissing the stone isn't as straightforward as it sounds. You have to lean backwards over a parapet, held by a burly castle worker, and kiss the stone upside down. It's a bit awkward, but hey, that's all part of the fun. Get ready to travel back in time, folks, because we're off to New Grange, a prehistoric monument that's older than the pyramids of Egypt. This massive stone tomb has been standing in the Boyne Valley for over 5,000 years, and it's still shrouded in mystery. Some say it was a tomb for high-ranking members of society, while others believe it was a place of ritual and ceremony. The tomb is aligned with the winter solstice, and for a few days each December, the rising sun illuminates the inner chamber, creating a truly magical experience. Just try not to bump your head on the low ceilings. And next up, we're off to the Rock of Cashel, a collection of medieval buildings perched dramatically on a limestone outcrop in County Tipperary. The Rock of Cashel has been a site of religious and political power for centuries. Today you can explore the ruins of the cathedral, the round tower and the castle, all while enjoying stunning views of the surrounding countryside. It's a history buff's dream come true. Now, for a bit of a sombre but important stop on our tour, we're heading to Kilmainham Jail in Dublin. This former prison may not be the most cheerful place to visit, but it's a powerful reminder of Ireland's turbulent past. Kilmainham Jail was once a place of confinement and execution for many of Ireland's political prisoners, including the leaders of the 1916 Easter Rising. Walking through its cold, echoing halls, you can't help but feel the weight of history and the sacrifices that were made in the fight for Irish independence. Right, it's time to liven things up a bit with a trip to Dublin, the capital of Ireland, and a city that knows how to have a good time. Dublin is a city of contrasts, where ancient history meets modern vibrancy. Start your Dublin adventure by exploring the cobbled streets of Temple Bar, the city's cultural quarter, and if you're feeling brave, why not try a pint of Guinness in the Guinness Storehouse? It's practically a rite of passage for any visitor to Dublin. Be sure to check out Trinity College, stroll through the historic Phoenix Park and pay a visit to Dublin Castle. Next, we're off to Galway, a city on Ireland's west coast that's known for its bohemian vibe, its lively music scene, and its friendly locales. Start your Galway adventure by exploring the colourful streets of the Latin Quarter, where you'll find a plethora of pubs, restaurants and shops, all housed in charming medieval buildings. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a traditional Irish music session in one of the pubs. Be sure to check out the Spanish Arch and take a stroll along the Salt Hill Promenade. Now, for a taste of something truly delicious, we're off to Kinsale, a picturesque harbour town in County Cork that's known for its exceptional seafood and its colourful buildings. Kinsale is a feast for the senses, where you can indulge in fresh oysters, succulent mussels and perfectly cooked fish and chips, all while enjoying stunning views of the harbour. This historic town has a rich maritime history, and you can learn all about it at the Kinsale Museum or by taking a stroll around Charles Fort. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not take a boat trip to see the old head of Kinsale? Next, we're off to Dingle, a charming town on the Dingle Peninsula in County Kerry that's known for its stunning scenery, its traditional pubs and its friendly locales. Start your Dingle adventure by exploring the town's colourful streets, where you'll find a plethora of pubs, restaurants and shops, all housed in charming traditional buildings. And if you're lucky, you might even spot Funky, the town's resident bottlenose dolphin. Be sure to take a drive along the Dingle Peninsula for breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean. And finally, we're ending our tour in Kilkenny, a vibrant city in the southeast of Ireland that's known for its medieval history, its stunning castle and its lively nightlife. Start your Kilkenny adventure by exploring Kilkenny Castle, a magnificent 12th century castle that dominates the city's skyline. Then wander through the medieval streets of Kilkenny's city centre, where you'll find a plethora of pubs, restaurants and shops, all housed in charming historic buildings. And if you're looking for a taste of Kilkenny's vibrant nightlife, be sure to check out one of the city's many pubs. Well, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of Ireland's most spectacular sights. From the rugged beauty of the cliffs of Moher to the ancient mysteries of Newgrange, from the vibrant streets of Dublin to the charming town of Dingle, Ireland has something to offer everyone. So what are you waiting for? Book that trip, pack your bags, and get ready to experience the magic of Ireland for yourself. Just don't forget to pack your sense of adventure, your appetite for good food and drink, and maybe even a few words of Gaelic. Slán go fóill. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Ireland's top destinations.